Hello friends, welcome to Weathercast. So this video is on the pre-monsoon 2021 season, which officially began on March 1st. So usually the pre-monsoon season is um, from March 1st up till May 31st. And of course, if the monsoon doesn't arrive before May 31st, if it doesn't arrive the mainland, then the pre-monsoon season will be until May 31st. But if the monsoon arrives 1 or 2 days before that, before May 31st, then it will be a slightly shortened pre-monsoon season. But in general, the pre-monsoon season is the pre-monsoon season extends from March 1st to May 31st. And this is the season when you expect the extreme heat wave conditions, especially for the interior central parts of India and including North India as well. And also you see some rainfall in the form of convective thunderstorms. So I'll talk about that more, and in this short video I'll also try to touch upon what is expected for during this pre-monsoon season. Will we see any freak events, any freak cyclone? So just a quick overview, which is all personal opinion. For any official update, please follow IMD. So the first chart which I wanted to start with is the satellite image, which clearly shows that the ITCZ, or the Intertropical Convergence Zone, is staggering along the equator or slightly below the equator, and resulting in some intense rainfall activity or some intense cloud bands in the southern hemisphere. Okay, so this is very common during the February, March months, where the southern hemisphere is more active and not much activity is in the northern hemisphere. But slowly, as you move into the boreal summer, which is March, April, May, then this particular ITCZ will start shifting up. And when it comes to May, then you will have the monsoon season, which means the ITCZ will be north of the equator. All right. Um, so that is not a problem, because for the pre-monsoon season we mostly depend on the convective thunderstorms, which mainly form because of the convergence of the low-level winds, and that coupled with the extreme heat, which allows for updrafts. So the winds converge, and then the extreme heat in the ground results in buoyancy force, which uplifts the parcel upwards. And when the winds are in the favorable direction, let's say moving from ocean to land, they bring in moisture, and as these parcels are lifted up because of the convective heating, they result in formation of the tall cumulonimbus cloud, which usually give very heavy thunderstorms and in a localized manner. Okay, so that is the main physics behind what happens during the pre-monsoon season. So it is mostly the convective heating, and most of the time the coastal regions don't get much rainfall. It's mostly the interior parts of India, especially starting from the peninsular India. The pre-monsoon season starts here in the peninsular India and then slowly moves north, and especially in the interior parts is where you get these thunderstorms, especially in the evening. The reason is because the winds meet mostly in a convergence zone, which is either near the Ghat sections of India or near the interior parts of India. All right. So that is what is the physics behind these thunderstorms. So now let us look at what is expected. So like I said, so the ITCZ position is not important during the pre-monsoon season, because like I said, it is mostly due to the convective heating, which is the abnormal temperatures which lead to localized convergence and moisture coming in, leading to the formation of tall cumulonimbus clouds. Of course, there is some imprint of the synoptic scale dynamics on these thunderstorms. And if you look at that, especially the La Nina, during La Nina, the winds are kind of favorable for bringing in moisture from the ocean to land. However, since the La Nina has weakened, but the influence is going to continue, so that means that more amount of moisture will be brought into the over the land, and that means there will be no dearth of moisture. So moisture is going to be there, and it has already been kind of declared that this is going to be above normal summer season. That means the convective heating, surface heating that is going to be available is also going to be pretty high. So this coupled situation wherein the moisture is going to be abundance due to the La Nina conditions, and also the winds are going to be favorable, and the extreme convective heating on the surface, all of this put together means that we are expecting above normal pre-monsoon season. So the next question is, when is it going to start? So generally what happens is, if you look at um, of course the waves and MJO also play a role. So you need the moisture to come into the land, right? So that means the MJO has to play a role, and MJO along with the action of Kelvin and equatorial Rossby waves, they help in bringing the moisture from ocean towards the land. So if you see the MJO plot, then you see that after 15th of March, the MJO has moved into the Indian Ocean basin, and that means that there will be there will be some amount of moisture available both in the North Indian Ocean as well as in the South Indian Ocean, and that is when we expect the pre-monsoon season to start. So since the amplitude is not very high, but still the moisture will be there, and if by March 15th heat picks up, in the sense that the temperatures are already hitting 35, and some interior places it is reaching almost 37, 38 degrees. So that means that this ground heating is already started. After 15th of March, we will start seeing these evening thunderstorms, very common, which will be very common, especially in the peninsular part of India and some parts of some parts of interior India, especially interior Karnataka, interior Tamil Nadu, interior Maharashtra, and also near the east coast of India, northeast India. Not as much in the North India, it will not start immediately, but as the month goes, so starting end of March, you will start seeing thunderstorms also in the northern part of India. That is what is my expectation, and that is also kind of bolstered by the fact that our IITM model is also showing that the MJO is moving in after around 15th of March. It is coming into the Indian Ocean basin. If you see this plot, right now there is not much moisture, but after 15th of March, you will see that the moisture moves in. So that will create a conducive environment for cumulonimbus clouds to form. See, so now blue is basically good amount of moisture. So later half of March is when thunderstorms are going to be expected, and it is expected to be a slightly above normal pre-monsoon season. And this is also again confirmed by the fact that the relative humidity right now, this is dry air, but then the moist air will also start forming around second half of March. So the dry air moisture convergence, which is known as the dry line, where these two where these two air masses meet, that is very crucial. And you will see here that the second half of March, you see these places, so along the Ghat sections and along the interior, peninsular India and interior parts of Karnataka and Tamil Nadu, if you see, there is good amount of convergence which is seen, and that is going to trigger some thunderstorms in the after March 15th. So watch out for these thunderstorms because they may cause some inconvenience, but that also means that a good pre-monsoon season is a precursor for a decent monsoon season as well. So we will see how it goes, but this is something that I wanted to touch upon, that officially the pre-monsoon season has started, but officially the pre-monsoon rains will probably start around 17th or 18th of March, especially starting from the southern part of India and moving to the central part of India, and later on also moving to the northern part of India. Okay, all right, so that is all from my side. I hope this was useful. So if you like this video, please subscribe to my channel, and you can also put comments in the comment section, and I'll be giving some monsoon updates, my prediction of what is monsoon 2021 going to look like in April. So around April 10th is when I will give my unofficial forecast. So until then, have a good month ahead, and in between I'll be posting some updates related to weather. Okay, thank you for your support. Bye.